Thanks for joining me for another episode of Cabin Fever Faith. I'd like to wish you all a very merry and blessed Christmas season and also a happy and healthy new year. I'm sitting in front of my manger scene, which I have at the cabin. One of my fond memories as a child is sitting in front of our manger scene when I was growing up and just contemplating or seeing the characters and taking some time to really try to understand what Christmas is all about. And, growing up on a farm, one of the things we did at a very young age is we were out doing chores at night, from about 7 or 8 years old on up. And when I was about 10 or 12 years old, and this is, on the eve of Christmas, I would feed the cows or the sheep. And then what I'd do on Christmas Eve is just take a moment of silence. And I would either sit or lay in the manger, amongst all the cattle and in the hay or in the sheep. And I'd smell that fresh hay and hear the cattle and the sheep crunching around me and just wondering what that first Christmas Eve when our Savior was born was like. And I don't know, maybe unconsciously I was trying to figure out what it was like to be in the manger, like Jesus. Of course, it didn't take very long. The cows or sheep wanted the hay underneath me. And pretty soon they're nudging me and pushing me aside. And okay, I guess I had to get up and move. Such is life. Anyway, I'm entitling this episode, The Stable and the Inn. And for those of you who were at my Christmas services, you kind of heard this message already, but I think it's sort of worth repeating. There's something to ponder. We have a stable and an inn within us. And it's something that I think even Joseph and Mary experienced on the birth of her Savior himself. Yeah, this is my cuckoo clock, so don't pay attention to that. It keeps calling my name. But anyway, let's talk about the stable and the inn. Let's talk about, first of all, the inn within us. The inn is a place that is warm, it's comfortable, it's orderly. It's a place where we feel sort of self-confident, and everything in our life is going as planned. But the stable is something different. Stables can be, are filled with, they're cold, they're dark, they can be filled with animals' breath, so to speak, and get a little chaotic and even messy inside. And that's part of us too. And yet it's important to know that Jesus was not born in the inn. He was born in the stable. In other words, Jesus came into the chaotic or messiness of our life where things aren't exactly as we'd like. And our Savior breaks into our world. He comes as our Savior to go to those places where we'd rather not. Just like Mary and Joseph, they wanted to go in the inn, but they ended up being in the stable. And yet God was with them, right? That's where Jesus was born. And I think that's a good lesson for us. The name Emmanuel means God is with us, and there's no place we can go that the Lord isn't willing to come and be present to us as well. And that should be comforting, especially if we find ourselves in that stable, so to speak. Unplanned, unexpected events of our life, uncomfortable at times, and yet the Savior is there to bring meaning, to bring peace, to bring joy into our life. So that's my message for this Christmas season. So I hope you take time to think about it. I'm sitting in front of my little manger stable scene, and of course I've got the three wise guys here. I mean, the three wise men or magi, and of course we got the shepherds and the sheep, and of course Jesus and Mary, and even the animals inside as well. So, and a lot of times I'll spend evenings here just just kind of meditating on that event, and that's stable within us. So, what's the stable in your life? Where is he in? Remember that Jesus came to be with us no matter where we are, and even in those places that we find difficult at times. So, Mary and Joseph experienced that for themselves. God was with them. God is with us. God bless as we continue in our Christmas season and as we enter into the new year. Take care.